Hello everyone. So I'll be doing my response. Um I'm gonna organize it by the little paragraphs, but I'm gonna be responding to the first part about holes, about explain why Satcher's novel is so easily relatable to so many different readers. Um I do think that the characters are very well rounded. It's an all over very strong plot. I know that in here it talks about historical accuracy. Um, it its lore within the movie was really well done. And I can see how in the movie and the book. I watched the movie and the book, and it is amazing how the author did the screenplay for the movie and like was even in the movie. So that was really cool that he did that. I know a lot of movie to books aren't that great. Uh, they're not they're not always the best adaptation, but yeah, so I do think that in the book you get a strong emotional like the emotional truthfulness, like it said. You do feel that from the characters, and you do in the stories that he tells and the flashbacks he has. You feel what they feel. Like I cried when Sam died, and I cried when he found out that his mom left him. Like it was so sweet. It was just it was good. It talks about the second one is the response to saying that like it's kind of like a fairy tale. What characteristics does it share with fairy tales? I definitely think it does seem like a fairy tale. It has like that sense of magic and wonder in it, but it also it talks about fate and destiny and how you can try to run, like it's a moral story. It's you can try to run away from things, but they're always gonna come back, whether it's for your generation or the next. um but yeah, I do think that it is like a modern fairy tale just because of how magical he does get with like everything. um then she makes the argument that this coming of age story, what part is it in here? It says that it relies too much on the stereotypical version of hypermasculinity, which I think it does have, the hyper toxic masculinity as a factor, and that's why, Stanley's pushed around and you have to like be a man, and I get that, but they actually like there's strong woman characters too. One of the women were pushed in a corner and sought revenge, and the other woman was money hungry. Crazy warden. Um sorry, my cat is sitting on my laptop. And so yeah, I don't think it relied heavily on that. I do think that in especially in the time period that it came out, protecting yourself when you're in a group setting with a bunch of other males, oh, it's hard because that's, I mean, yeah, that's a really difficult one because it's like I don't want to say that they're wrong, but at the same time, I don't feel like it heavily relied on it. I think it was an aspect, but I don't think it was like such a bad aspect that like you couldn't watch or you couldn't read or you couldn't like follow along. It was good. Um so now to jump ship to or to jump yeah to go to the next subject, to go to this one. I picked the Fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lesmore, and the first question is, how do the illustrations and text work together? They, oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cool that he gets lost in the other books. I like how they use the illustrations to show him sliding through the letters and things like that, and how the letters went missing, and it was really sweet. What major effects does Steg have in making his character animals? or what effect does Joyce achieve in making the majority of his characters' books? I think that he gets to do something different and do something silly that's attention grabbing, especially for children, seeing all the little books having their own little personalities, but like the personalities I bestowed upon them because they just had legs. So I think it gets the reader to interact more with the book. And for the third part, I don't think that that would be appropriate for a preschooler. My preschooler wouldn't understand death and destruction, and I mean, I don't even think my 7-year-old would fully, she would probably comprehend it, but I would probably think like 8, 9, maybe 10, because even Holes and the other book were sad at some parts. So yeah, I think it wouldn't be appropriate for a preschool age, but like definitely 7 and above. I think my 7-year-old would understand it, but I think she would need maybe one more year to mature to really like grasp the concept of loss. But yeah, so that was all. I hope that you guys are having a great week and not going crazy in your home. All right, bye bye.